opens. Krause gets free. He scores! Michael Krause. Opportunity for the Barrage. Oh, no, he with another save. Open here. Point blank score! Then Martin. Great feed, great finish. Michael Krause never had it so easy. Scores!
Connecticut Hammerheads 2020 Season Rewind. Brought to you by Yale Medicine.
Major League Lacrosse is back. It's a whirlwind of a season, but it's been smooth sailing so far. Two teams who are ready to do battle this afternoon, the Philadelphia Barrage and the Connecticut Hammerheads. Hammerheads coming off a day of rest, which they sorely needed. The Barrage playing for the third straight day. There's Chesapeake beat New York. Unbelievable performance by Lyle Thompson. And then, of course, Denver, Philadelphia, 15-10. Dan Vaccaro becoming a star in this league as we see it. There's the Hammerheads in Philadelphia, both looking for their first win of this consolidated tournament. Thanks for joining us here at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. I'm Booker Corrigan alongside Hall of Fame coach Don Zimmerman. Coach, what do you love about what you've seen so far in Major League Lacrosse?
I love the way these athletes have come to Annapolis and are playing this game in adverse conditions with the heat and the humidity. They came to win. They're proving it with their play and their performance and their effort.
You love John Mazza for Philadelphia. Tell us why.
John Mazza, keep an eye on number 22. First year midi out of Towson University, is off to a great start. He's got 2 goals and 1 assist. At 6'4", 210, Coach Spencer Ford believes John Mazza was pro-ready in high school, exciting player to watch.
And Bubba Voigt, he's a star. Tell us.
For the Hammerheads, enjoy watching number 1, Bubba Voigt, playing the attack position. The second-year pro from Syracuse lives for the game of lacrosse and is coming off a 3-goal on 3-shot performance versus the Denver Outlaws. Wants his left hand and is dangerous.
Today's starting goalkeepers are presented by New Balance, made for lacrosse. In cage for Connecticut, Sean Scanoni, 43-plus save percentage. And, of course, in the cage for the Barrage, Chris Madelon out of UNC. He's 0-2 right now. Somebody's going to get their first win, and it's going to start at the face-off dot. Alex Woodle against Noah Rack. The Hammerheads in the light blue jerseys, white numbers. Barrage in the white jerseys with their trademark orange. Pre-whistle violation, and that'll give Barrage the first possession.
These face-off men, Book, are all keyed up. They have one job, to get the ball. Sometimes they're a little antsy, especially on the first whistle. They don't know the cadence. You'd hate to have that jump early. You got to be disciplined, whistle ready, wait for the whistle, go to battle.
This is John Mazza, who you highlighted. Driving right-handed, throws it back, and this is Mark Matthews. Digging a shoulder and gets it off. Yes, sir. Mark Matthews, you want me on that wall.
Mark Matthews, he's tough to stop. Wants his left hand. How did he get it? Well, the defenseman really didn't overplay that left hand. You got to force the left-hander to his right. Didn't do it, came at him, poor approach. Matthews just bowled right by him. Great placement on that shot. Good start for the Barrage.
Matthews had his career high of goals in 2016. He notched 23 markers. And just like that, Barrage opening the proceedings as far as denting the twine. Here's Woodle. And some bodies. And we have immediately whistles, flags in the air. Alex Woodle, they call him the Big Cat. Played his high school ball at nearby St. Mary's, led them to a championship in the MIAA, and then matriculated to Towson, where he was a difference maker to say the least, eh, Coach?
Say the least. 6 foot 215. He's a force.
33 blue, cross-check, 2-minute foul. 33 blue, cross-check, 2 minutes.
Cross-check, 2 minutes,
They
release.
gave him 2 minutes for that one.
Yes, sir.
I think it's a good call by the officials. You have to protect the players, especially the head and neck area. Comes in high with the cross check, vicious hit. I think the 2-minute penalty is appropriate.
No, not locked.
Yesterday, Philly and Denver had some hard hitting as we get a look at a 2-minute man advantage for the Barrage. A little flip pass by Matthews.
Barrage likes the 3-3 man up, 3 players out front, 3 across the crease area.
Ball hits the turf and is gathered by Gunnar Schmoller. He gets it to Scanoni, and now Greg Weil. Crossfield pass, and Connecticut will look to run some of that time off.
Boy, you know, you have a 2-minute penalty. You really would like that extra man unit to work for the highest quality shot possible. I think they rushed that one a little bit. Got to be patient.
They call a hold on the far side against the guy with the ball. Rarely seen. And here's P.T. Ritchie. You see him, he's holding the stick is what they're calling there.
That's a good call.
Great
a lot
work.
of times referees don't see that, but he definitely pinched the defender's stick under his arm. Great call.
This is Sunday. Shares it with Matthews.
Staying in the 3-3.
Behind the back, flip inside. What a save, Scanoni. Cross crease feed. Dunk you very much. And that is Shane Jackson out of Limestone. 4 goals already, make it 5 for the season.
Well, great save by Scanoni on the first shot, but give credit to Tyson Gibson, number 43. He's there, he's alert, keeps his feet moving. Terrific look inside, shot, but there's Gibson. He's right on it. Cross pass. Easy goal for Shane Jackson. That's good teamwork.
Head coach Spencer Ford for the Barrage. He's been around the league for a long, long time. His assistant coach, Brian Doherty, doing a great job for him. He's got plenty of championship experience. But they need to take care of business just today.
Yeah, they did not call that.
This is Kyle Marr, son of University of Albany head coach Scott Marr. And here's Colin Minicus out of Amherst, first-year player. Tim Barber gets a little bit of a step. Shot goes wide, backed up by Brendan Sunday. Sunday gets a step on Mooney, feeds it inside, and Scanoni makes the easy scoop. Lob pass clear. And Gunnar Schmoller helping on those clears a lot today, Coach.
Gunnar Schmoller out of UMBC. Came to UMBC as an attackman, ended up playing defense. Selfless player, anything he can do for the team, he's going to do.
Connecticut with their first real true offensive possession. They were man down the last time they had the ball. Ryan McNamara, 81, doing a nice job for them, as is Adam Osika. This is Michael Kraus out of University of Virginia. McNamara, long shot. His offering whistles wide.
Doc, next one with him.
Oh, speed dodge right there.
Will Sands, a real nice speed dodge. No backup from the Barrage. They have to talk more on defense. He came in all alone. Got to finish that one.
And with the shot clock winding down, they elect to simply throw the ball out of bounds. Coach, one of the interesting aspects of this, and Major League Lacrosse could be onto something really special as far as game changes, the benches are on opposite sides.
I've liked what I've seen so far, Buck. You know, didn't know what to expect, but I think the teams and the coaches have handled it well. It avoids any of the contact that players may have sharing the same box, and I think it's going to open up some scoring opportunities in transition when players have to substitute on the fly.
The MLL has taken every precaution to make sure the players are safe, the staff is safe. They take temperatures beforehand. We've been making sure that everybody's in a good, positive environment. And of course, Sandy Brown, the commissioner of the Major League Lacrosse, celebrating his birthday today. Big happy birthday regards to him.
Happy
Shot
birthday,
goal,
Commish.
Matthews. Matthews finishing. Crafty little under move. He loves that toe drag, Coach.
Mark Matthews didn't have a great game the last time out. He's had 8 turnovers, and I think he's coming out here today on a mission. He's a veteran player, loves his left hand, but look at the swim move. How's he get it? He just makes a good first step, gets that defenseman to lean in, and then finishes with a good, fundamentally sound overhand shot. Nice job.
You see the disappointment on Sean Scanoni, goaltender for Connecticut. And it's Rack and Woodall back at the face-off dot. And once again, a pre-whistle violation against Connecticut.
Well, Alex Woodall has shown that he jumps the gun, so to speak, on the face-offs. He's very good. He needs to just be patient, be poised, wait for the whistle, do his thing.
This is Tommy Palasek. 5 goals already this year. Coming off a 28-goal season last year. Colin Minikis, number 2, out of that NESCAC league.
Connecticut showing a lot of respect for Minikis. They have a long stick on him. He's dangerous with that right hand.
Spadian doing a nice job for the Barrage. Oh, backdoor cut. Oh, no, you didn't. Not up in here. Scanoni making it look easy.
Boy, Scanoni, he's a terrific goalie, good size, but he's got excellent hands and footwork. That time he's in terrific position and robbed Osika of a goal.
This is Palasek, 9th year pro out of Syracuse. Guarded by Weil. Gets through the pick, outside shot. Rebound collected. And that's a procedural violation, out of bounds and over and back. And let's take a look at Scanoni. Standing on his head while standing on one foot. Great feed. Great attempted finish. Little ballet right there. Major League Lacrosse is presented by Progressive, making it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. Warrior, play to win. Sector Spider ETFs, the next chapter in investing. New Balance, made for lacrosse. Powerade, more power for more. There's no fans in the stadium, but there's some folks out enjoying the beautiful weather, beautiful water, beautiful setting here in Annapolis. Booker Corrigan and Don Zimmerman, and head coach of the Hammerheads, Bill Warder. His assistant coach, Bobby Horsey, Brian Hobart. Hobart, of course, a Penn Yan High School grad. Former teammate of Donnie Bergeron. Talks about his connection with all his players all the time. We had a great chance to catch up with them at practice on Friday. Durbin gets it behind, and Will Sands, and now it's in the stick of Michael Kraus. Kraus have some.
Good take.
Not this time. He backhand, and a crease violation. Connecticut can't get out of their own way sometimes on offense, Coach.
Well, they're a young team, and Michael Kraus is a terrific player. He's a rookie, and he's learning what the pro game is all about. He's had a few turnovers in that first game, but I'm sure he learned a lot from that. Took a quality shot, just didn't go in. His momentum took him into the crease.
And the Barrage guilty of being offsides. And here's Ryan Bevel.
Hammerheads have numbers.
Goes with the outside shot. Goal. You like that. He put everything into that one, Coach.
I'll tell you, That was really heads up play by McNamara. Whistle ready. You got to be whistle ready in this sport. All right, when you know you're going to have the ball, look at the official. He blows the whistle. That time, the Barrage didn't do a good job getting back in.
Almost a two-pointer, and there he just touches in.
Well, a two-pointer would have been nice, but they needed to get on the board. They did that. Gives them a little confidence, momentum going into this face-off.
Face-offs are 4-0 right now in favor of the Barrage. And make it 5-0. Woodall comes down. Shot, goal. That is transition lacrosse. Tic-tac-toe.
Classic 4-on-3 fast break. The one thing that you can't allow Alex Woodall to do is push the ball forward and set up that 4-on-3 fast break. The teams that have been successful stopping that have forced him to go back to his defense. That time, great job by Alex Woodall, popping the ball out front and then finishing the play. Young players, you got to finish your play. Woodall knows his job is to face off, not to shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Drew the slide, banged it to the point man, let the attack go to work. That's the way to play the game.
Face-off win for Noah Rack, and he pushes it down the side. First face-off win for them. Connecticut got their first goal, and Philly responds in 6 seconds. So back to a 3-goal differential. And here's Bubba Voigt. Brendan Collins, University of Notre Dame graduate, gets it to Kraus. And Sands very close to that end line.
In lacrosse, when you bang the ball around, you run until you pass and you run until you catch. That way the defenders can't step in and steal the ball, and you shorten the passes from 20 yards to 10.
Collins getting some lumber from Brett Craig out of Seton Hill. And here's Sands. Shot clock is going to expire, but it won't have to as Philly comes away with it. Great trail check on Matt Witcher out of York College. And again, the Barrage guilty of going off sides. That's one of the things that'll really give a head coach an itch.
Right. You know, there's one thing to make hustle mistakes, and at this stage in the tournament, that's going to happen. But you can't make those mental mistakes. That's 2 now for the Barrage.
And a great finish and a goal. Celebration domination. That is number 22, Will Sands out of Bucknell. He had 15 goals last season. One of those rare players who normally gets more assists than goals. What a great play.
Well, Will Sands is the beneficiary of a teammate going one more. He missed an easy one early on, gets back, gets underneath, little face dodge to get underneath the defender, and a well-placed shot low and away. Tough goal by number 22 in blue.
Willing to pay a price to make a play. Certainly a quality you have to have in the MLL, because these defenders, that time it was Eddie Buhall out of Lehigh who put him on his back. Noah Rack with another face-off win. Trail checks coming, not going to happen. Noah Rack takes it to the cage. You only get one shot at today. Face-off guys are making plays this afternoon, Coach.
Well, again, you hate to have that face-off man push the ball forward because they have a great advantage on a 4-on-3. But what I like about Noah Rack is he comes in, the defense didn't slide to him, and he turned his shoulder to give him a little bit extra power on that shot. Didn't step in the crease. Really good effort. That's a good bounce-back goal for the Hammerheads.
And again, 6 seconds between goals. Our crew has done such a phenomenal job. There are microphones on all of the officials. There are microphones inside the goals. They're on the sidelines.
Now, some fans may say, well, why wasn't that over and back? Well, on a face-off, you're allowed to go back one time and not be called for the over and back violation.
Behind with Sands. Up top, McNamara. Now Adam Osika. Another University of Albany pro player.
They put out a bunch of good ones.
McNamara, left-hand shot. Nice save by Madelon. Ground balls are key. We've seen it be the differential in so many games. First time ground ball by the Barrage.
Nice job by their defense. Good save by Madelon, but the ball popped out. The defense was there. Went down low. You want to get that ground ball first time in your defensive end. You don't want to give the offense second chance opportunities.
Here's Palasek. And he gets it to Tyson Gibson. Gibson out of Robert Morris University. Minnick is driving right-handed. Spot feed to the backside to Palasek. Deflected on its way. The Hammerheads come up with the loose ball.
Hammerheads had 2 men on that ground ball, the one for the Barrage.
And now we are in transition. They get opportunity to find the open guy, share the ball in that transition.
What I'm seeing out of the Hammerheads offense early on is what Coach Warder wanted to see. Get back to the fundamentals. Get back to the basics. Everybody on the same page. For this game, they're putting 2 players behind the goal to give them a little bit more spacing, a little bit more balance.
This is Charlie Durbin. Durbin shot high. Madelon collects. And now it's Buhal. Nice little do-si-do by Buhal. And now they're looking to push it up the field, but Connecticut does a nice job getting back in the hole. McSpadian and Kyle Marr now. The Hopkins graduate.
Son of Albany coach Scott Marr. I'm sure Scott Marr's watching today. Very proud of his son.
Scanoni punches that one out, and quickly Connecticut comes back onto the offense.
You know, early on, Connecticut had a day off, and it looks like their legs are a little fresher than the Barrage.
You can hear the voice of Brian Doc Doherty down there on the sideline encouraging that defense. Barrage need a stop here. Kraus rolls, comes out of it, shot. Oh, what a save by Madelon.
Great take by Kraus.
Yep.
Didn't go in, but I tell you, he has really shown a great deal of improvement just in 2 days. You know, the first day, the first game, yeah, he's a rookie. He's got to get used to the speed, the tempo. But today, he looks like a different player.
Third-year pro Carson Milliken with the help on the... And let's take a look at the impact the face-off guys have had. Nice chance for him. As Gordon Gecko would say, greed is good. Takes it on his own. Welcome back, Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. Barrage up 4-3. And there's a tremendous save. That is your first half game highlight presented by Sector Spider ETFs, the next chapter in investing. Chris Madelon, fourth-year pro out of Carolina, providing that stop.
Always in the toughest position on the field. Madelon's a good one. Former Tar Heel. 43% in the first game. I know he'd like to pick that up. Right now, he looks sharp.
Cody Razowitz helping with the clear. And now it's Michael Kraus behind the cage.
This Hammerhead offense is very deliberate. They're being deliberate. They're being fundamentally sound. They're moving the ball well. And they're getting high-quality shots. Madelon's come up big on several occasions.
Here is Kraus. Kraus' feed is high.
That time Michael Kraus had a nice dodge to the goal, but he should have hit his point man. He was open. One more pass.
Opportunity for the Barrage. Oh, Scanoni with another save. They try to, oh! And we get a flag on that. big hit on Tyson Gibson, who was shaken up a little bit on that one.
They're going to talk about this. I don't think the hit was intentional. I didn't think he saw Gibson, but you know, a high hit's a high hit, just like a trip is a trip. So let's see what the officials say.
And you see him wearing the nameplate Tomb on the back of his jersey in honor of his fallen teammate from Robert Morris. So he's certainly paying a little tribute right there out of respect. It was almost, you know, accidental late bringing the hands up.
Hey, 1 minute.
Well, they decided to give him a 1 minute full serve penalty, and again, didn't look intentional, but it happened, and it was a high hit to the head neck area. The officials are going to call that tight.
And you've said it time and time again that we got to protect these guys' heads.
Number one priority.
Yep.
In all sports.
Man up for the Barrage. Matthews, top center.
Barrage
So
start off in
creative.
the circle.
Shot whistled wide by Brendan Sunday.
When men up, you want to move the ball, move off the ball, find the open passing lane.
Skip pass down low. Here's Kyle Moore. Rebound flies out.
Reset the shot clock.
Matthews reestablishes that formation. Down the wing, shot by Palasek. Gathered by Scanoni.
All over it, saw it all the way. Not a great man up shot, not the best angle. You want to keep working hard. You got the full serve penalty. But sometimes in this situation, the man up, they want to score a quick goal so they can get a man up face off.
Right. Yep. Great handle on the inside by Cody Razowitz. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be Barrage possession. Oh, long pass as the quarter winds down, and that'll do it. First quarter in the books. We got a tight one. 4-3, Barrage over the Hammerheads. It could be larger if it weren't for Sean Scanoni. Here he goes down low, kicks one out. And this time gets a little help from the post. He's doing his job. Approaching the second stanza, Sean Scanoni, goaltender for Connecticut's, had a lot to say. Coach, during this pandemic, athletes have that resiliency, they have that competitive drive, they have the ability to face challenges. How's that help these guys?
Well, it's helping them in many ways, and it'll help them throughout their lives. In playing in these type of conditions, they have to just understand what they need to do, both physically and mentally, to be ready. But also during the pandemic, they've experienced things that will help them handle, all the adversity that's been faced.
As Will Sands with the bouncer bangs one in, and just like that, we are tied at 4. One of the storylines, face-offs were 5-0 Phillies. Since then, Connecticut's won 4 in a row. Let's take a look at Sands and how he accomplished this.
Well, Will Sands is being a shooter today. Normally he's a feeder, but he's on the end of some very good passes. He's putting himself in good position. I like how he catches the ball and then runs through the defender. Poor angle by the defenseman, comes in. Madeline gets a piece, but Sands puts it in the net.
First quarter stats, some interesting ones. Shots on goal. Philly, 11 of their 14 shots were on goal. Connecticut, just 6 of their 10 on cage.
Look, as you know, if it's not on the 6x6, it's not going in.
Yep.
Got to put that shot on target. Shots are speed and accuracy. Accuracy is more important. Put it on the target.
Connecticut on a 3-0 run in the last 6 minutes and 12 seconds. And the Barrage back on offense. Great trail check. Body goes to the ground. And the faraway official. Let's take a look at this.
I've got goal line. He's got late hit.
Yep. Got him up high with the cross check. Again, you can cross check in the MLL, but you have to make contact and then use your stick. That was a thrust, considered vicious, 1 minute penalty.
Will Wren's the guilty party, the Yale University graduate. Coach Andy Shea doing a great job of rejuvenating the success that Yale program had back in the 60s. My Uncle Dick was an assistant coach for Yale University, head coach 1 year.
The Hammerheads have numbers. They got a 4-on-3 fast break. Let's see what they do with it.
And they're man down, so they have to figure out a way to just kill some time since the fast break evaporated in front of them.
Good decision.
Yep.
Didn't have it, pull it out, know the situation in the game. Good lacrosse IQ.
That was number 6, Ben Martin, out of Dartmouth. And now McNamara fakes like he's going to threaten the cage, but they're clearly trying to kill some of this man down. Killing some time.
Your best defense, Book, is a possession offense.
Yep.
The other team doesn't have the ball, they can't score.
And what's your strategy as a coach when you're playing defense but you're man up? Do you go double or you just have a slide guy?
You know, there are different situations call for different tactics.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of times that, you know, a coach will say, hey, go double the ball, go double the ball. But they haven't practiced it, and all of a sudden the double turns into a goal for the other team. So I think a lot of times coaches are just willing to, you know, bite the bullet and let the penalty expire.
The MLL has taken such great steps to ensure the safety of all the players, the staffs, the crews, the production staff. Temperatures are taken daily every day, and we had to send somebody home because we follow the rules. It's not just lip service, and neither is that. That's inside goal. That breaks the run for Connecticut as Brendan Sunday, the Towson grad, notches one. Already has 3 goals this season.
Brendan Sunday, 6'5", 200, uses his body well on this play. Off-ball position is so key. You need the spacing, but it all starts with the dodge. Sunday gets underneath. Man got caught ball watching a little bit. Sunday read him, read his helmet, comes back to the ball. Real nice job. For you young players, read the defender's helmet. Don't stare at the ball. Read the defender's helmet. When he turns, you go to the open space.
He came into the game today with 3 goals. Make it 4. And that puts Noah Rack and Alex Woodall back at the face-off logo. That is the Barrage's first goal in over 10 minutes. Face-off went for Connecticut.
2-on-1 ground ball there for the Hammerheads.
Some lumber coming. And this is Martin. Ben Martin, the Patriot. Brendan Collins gets it across the top. And this is Kraus. Nice feed.
Find it.
Great save by Madelon.
Goalie.
Real nice job by the Hammerheads subbing through the box. They got their defensive personnel on the field, took away any transition opportunities for the Barrage. Good hustle.
And they're coming off that day of rest from yesterday, so it's noticeable that they definitely talked about the fact that we need to get back in the hole, shut down the transition. Of course, Denver put them in a tough spot, playing phenomenal lacrosse, clean lacrosse, and quick doubles against them in their first game. And there's another flag.
Referees are calling it tight, Book.
McSpadian doing a nice job, number 17 out of Mercy, his first year in the league.
8 blue, unnecessary roughness. 1 minute. 8 blue, unnecessary roughness.
Penalty on Ryan Bevel. Second season out of Jacksonville. Coach Johnny Galloway teaches clean lacrosse.
Again,
look at it.
It's good to be aggressive, but you got to be smart. Got him from behind and up high. Easy call for the officials.
Matthews, a little behind the back, Kyle Marr. Woo!
Kyle Marr loves that left hand. He's a cannon, likes to shoot it low to high. He's put 2 on target. Scanoni's risen to the occasion.
Kyle Marr off ball, wants it badly right now. Underhand feed. Oh, what a stinger. Charlie, don't surf. That is a rip from Brendan Sunday.
Brendan Sunday, again, we talked about his size. He's got good length, extension on his shots. He loads up, gets his full weight and power into it. Matthews, he's an assist man on the man up. He knows who his shooters are. His job is to get the ball to the open man. And that time, Sunday was open, had his hands free. Stinger. Nice man up goal by the Barrage.
Get it out, guys. Ball's at your feet.
Philadelphia's man up 2 of 4. And Connecticut 0 of 0, but they're going to get their first chance to go on the advantage right here. Slash call.
Yeah, penalties at this level, at any level, are going to hurt you. And again, you want to be aggressive, but you got to be smart and you got to be disciplined. Don't. This time, oh, right on the helmet.
That's an easy call.
Again, for you young players, you don't want to chase the head of the stick. Control that bottom hand, control the player.
Poke check's the best check in lacrosse, isn't it?
Best check in lacrosse. Hammerheads are in a 3-3 as well. 3 across the top, 1 on the crease, 2 on the goal line extended. Little movement. Get the defense shifting.
Front side wheel, inside feed, shot, goal, Bubba Voigt.
TV timeout, guys.
Making it look easy. That's just a drift cut right down the center.
That's a nice design play. Working together as a unit. Always look inside when you're in a 3-3. Another look at this man-up opportunity and goal by the Hammerheads. Really good teamwork. Look at the spacing. Sands with the ball, 1 inside. Perfectly timed cut. Sands looks the man away. Terrific finish.
Back to the face-off logo, Alex Woodall. Quick work of that one, rakes it back. And the easy flip. And here comes Mark Matthews.
Let him come off, guys. Let him come off.
Matthews out of Denver. And Brennan Sunday gets it up top. And now it's Tyson Gibson. Matthews, shot, Scanoni equal.
Scanoni, that was an easy save for Scanoni. Stick side. Got to have better placement on that shot. Versus a left-hander, you want to be shooting to the off hip, to the off shoulder. Stick side's an easy save. Be a smart shooter.
Hot afternoon. It's a blessing to have New Balance create new uniforms that are the lightest they've ever made, and they are called the Shakedown. There's a lot happening on Shakedown Street this afternoon. Goals coming, a lot of defensive plays, a lot of flags.
Refs are calling it tight, Book.
Ball, ball, ball.
Nice double there. PT Ritchie. In conversations with PT, he credited Coach Charlie Toomey and assistant coach Matt Dwan with preparing him for life. And it's something you alluded to a little earlier. Athletes get those coaches as mentors in their life, and they prepare them for more stuff off the field than we really think.
It's all about the big picture. I believe that coaches are teachers, and you have the opportunity to teach your athletes life lessons through the game of lacrosse that they will use long after they hang up the sticks.
Helping men become the best possible version of themselves. Barrage offense. Sunday leaning in, shot outside the cage. And now we got a clear
got a 4
cut.
on 3. This is the classic 4 on 3. Oh, nice job that time. Subbing out, getting in, taking away that transition.
And Michael Kraus wisely settles it. And now Bubba Voigt, fresh off that man-up goal. Bubba, just a fun guy to talk with in practice, too. He doesn't mind taking some time and just chatting you up a little bit. I had my mask on. I maintained my 6 feet of social distancing as Dan Lomas probes and retreats. This is Collins. Sands behind. Great cut, great finish, Bubba Voigt. Go get yourself some.
Coach Warder and his staff, nice adjustment, putting 2 people behind the goal, 2 players. It allows ball movement. It gets the ball to the backside quickly, and perfectly timed cut by number 1, Bubba Voigt. This is textbook. It's got the space, times his cut, good pick inside, run to the ball. Terrific feed. Sands is the terrific feeder, puts the ball right on the money. Voigt capitalizes.
And Coach, he's cutting top speed, coming off a pick, and he quick sticks that. How much practice does that take?
Cutting is dodging without the ball. You dodge hard, you cut hard.
The beautiful quick stick right into the bottom corner. You can't fault Chris Madeline on that one. Goaltender for the Barrage really didn't have a chance.
Wait for him, wait for him, wait for him. Good.
Shane Jackson rolls it towards midfield. And Mark Matthews completely casually. They say Mark Matthews might very well be the most woke player on the Barrage squad. Coach Brian Doherty.
Two-man game here. Oh, nice fake. Good talk by the defense, good communication, playing that pick.
You know Tommy Palasek, number 84 for Philly loves. Oh, shot just wide.
That's the classic give and go, Book.
Yep.
When you receive a pass from a teammate, always look back to where it came from.
Shot clock at 7. Lobs it inside, shot, goal. Nifty little finish on the inside. And Philly goes up 7-6. Goal by Mark Matthews.
Mark Matthews, he's not going to take the ball out front and beat you with speed, but he is so shifty off the ball. Found the back pipe, and his teammates are always looking for him. That's just a great look by Sunday. Finds his teammate, but watch, Matthews again, spins off his defender. Saw his defender look for the ball, and he was gone. Good off-ball movement.
Five and a half minutes to go here. Second quarter, Alex Woodall with another face-off win. Booker Corrigan and Don Zimmerman bringing you the call. Thank you so much to all of our brave servicemen and women and first responders for all you do. More courage than I have.
Book, you saw there, that time Connecticut made Alex Woodall go back towards his defense, and a good hustling ride by the attack put that ball on the ground. Got a second chance opportunity, but unfortunately the ball sailed. Turnover, Hammerheads.
I don't know that Mark Matthews could play any more casually. He's got a heightened level of chill. Colin Minicus, the rookie out of Amherst. Underhand pass. And that pass just a little bit too hot to handle. Coach, we should talk about the new ball. It's a smidge lighter. It's high optic yellow. As we see Spencer Ford, he's going to help things get going for the Barrage as they try to make their first win. How impressive has Mark Matthews been today, Coach?
Well, that big frame of his and his experience, 9 years in the league, he takes advantage of any and all mistakes. He knows where to be off the ball. He's an excellent feeder, but his teammates are going to find him. He's a big target. At 6.5, 230.
3 goals on 4 shots speaks to his commitment to his stick work, and that started when he was a youngster. Cody Razowitz, punt return clear, gets it to Osika.
Hammerheads stay in the, now they're in a circle. Probably go to a little bit of a deuces offense.
Here's Sands.
One thing about the open offense is it forces the defense to slide adjacent versus the crease. A little bit tougher to do that.
Underhand shot gobbled up by Madeline. Lob pass, but now they had a chance to double team right now and triple team with the guy coming out of the box. Shields it off momentarily, but that's going to create the turnover.
That's great hustle.
And Connecticut catches a little fortunate break there with Michael Kraus subbing in through the box, happened to be right where the ball was dropped.
Well, Andrew Helmer, number 88 for the Hammerheads, hustled in, caught up with the man with the ball, didn't recognize it there. As the offense in that situation, you got to communicate.
Here is Kraus.
Communication is not only verbal, you can wave your stick, let your teammate know that he's in trouble. Got to communicate on the lacrosse field.
Sands gets it to Razowitz. Collins, double teamed early, carries it through, and now Razowitz. Oh, what a save by Madeline.
Great save by Madeline. Came out, cut down the angle. Madeline really is on fire now between the pipes. Both goalies are playing well.
You see they're a little hesitant to try and clear the ball up their opponent's side. Great handle on the long pass. Shane Jackson out of Limestone. An unbelievably accomplished professional player, does great in the indoor league. And he had to climb the ladder. Went through JUCO, then Limestone.
Paid his dues.
Under 2 in the first half. Shot clock a violation. I've been informed the league has decided to shorten the halftime intermission. It's normally 15 minutes. They've shortened it to 10. We have some impending weather in the Annapolis area. They're trying to get the game in. This whirlwind of professional lacrosse. It's great to have the best players on the planet out here, and they are doing everything possible to stay safe and play great.
Got to have both. Safety first.
McNamara again goes low to low. Madelon anticipates that. You see that 7 o'clock game. Cannons against the Bayhawks. So if we get that storm to roll through at the perfect time, Coach, we'll do everything perfectly. Right?
Cool things down, hopefully.
2-man game up top. Pass goes a little bit errant. Shane Jackson picks it up. Cross fielder. And Kyle Marr will settle.
Good decision.
You neglected when you said that his father is the head coach at Albany. You neglected to say you coached him in college.
I did, and he was a terrific player, team player, and I can see why Scott Marr has gone on to become Just an outstanding lacrosse coach.
Mark Matthews with the backhand. Here's Matthews. Loves that flip pass, and he does it very accurately. Oh, shot off iron and off the shoulder of Scanoni.
Hammerheads have time.
That was John Mazza with the shot.
Got to go to the goal here, Book.
9 seconds in the half. Steps this. Oh, inside.
Oh, great look.
Could have been so gorgeous. Sands looking to force
Flag.
something. And he
Drew the flag.
Yep. Drew the flag, a slash on the head. That means Connecticut will likely start the half with the ball.
41, white, slash. Halftime, guys.
And we are at the half. 7-6 Philadelphia over Connecticut. Coach, both goaltenders. Wow!
They are lighting it up.
It'll be a man down face-off. It will be up. Yeah.
There's Sean Scanoni. Great stuff. Glad to have lacrosse back. Pro lacrosse at the highest level. We start playing the third quarter in a 7-6 game here at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. Let's take a look at what the players for the entire league had to go through in order to participate. Your Chesapeake Bayhawks testing. They get analyzed in every way. Obviously the COVID test, blood pressure test. They want to make sure safety is followed.
Safety first. And again, everybody's got to be on the same page, just like you are on the field. Everybody's got to be together on this, working together, keeping it safe.
And I don't know if they made Colin Heacock cut his hair for that or not, but he certainly has gone corporate on us. Powerade doing a great job of keeping these players hydrated. And there's your scenario in Annapolis today. 96 degrees, feels like just 107, and a big breeze out of the south-southwest.
Book, this morning I got up and I cut my lawn at 8:30. And let me tell you, I mow my lawn to win. I go hard, game speed, and that took a lot out of me. It takes about an hour. What these athletes are going through this week is unbelievable.
For those of you who were watching the games yesterday, you saw Courtney Fallon on the sidelines doing an amazing job, and she also was fortunate enough to work in a scenario that was so hot the thermometers actually broke. That's hot.
Okay. Down right there.
And we are set. Noah Rack against Alex Woodall. Connecticut Hammerheads in blue. Philadelphia Barrage in white. Booker Corrigan and Don Zimmerman bringing it to you. Noah Rack starts it off. There you go, son.
That's the way you want to start the second half. Come out, make a statement. That's the second time now Noah Rack's done that. Getting the ball out front. Defensively, you got to take away that fast break, but the angle makes it tough.
And you see him with the sidearm shot there.
Quick hands. Got to have quick hands. Whistle ready as a face-off man. But I love the way he turns his opposite shoulder, allows himself to get that stick loaded, makes it tough for the goalie to make a save. Good start for the Hammerheads.
Just 6 seconds in to the quarter. And we are tied at 7. Another violation that time on Woodall. Philly with 10 turnovers in the first half. Connecticut was 7. But Philly had the advantage in ground balls, 25-23.
Close in the ground balls, and that kind of mirrors the face-off stats. The turnovers, they're going to kill you. All right, you got to limit those turnovers. You got to be disciplined. You got to be smart. Make sure.
Oh, Loomis beats him low from outside. Madelon finished the second quarter on a hot streak. Cooled off a little bit. In
the Hammerheads aren't giving any breathing room coming out in the second half. Dan Loomis, he wants his left hand. And again, just a good first move. Gets his strength in the middle of the field. Defensively, you can't let that happen. You got to force the man down the side. And in this case, if you force him down the side, you also take away his strength.
Loomis, the second-year pro out of High Point University.
That's back-to-back violations, Book. Can't have that. You can't have that. Alex Woodall's better than that. You can't give Connecticut, they're hot right now, you can't give them the make it, take it.
Cody Razowitz and Brendan Collins coming out as we see Bubba Voigt get it to Kraus. Kraus to Sands. Lob up top. And this is Collins out of University of Notre Dame. Bubba shot, never made it through. Great first time scoop on the ground ball. And Philly looks for their first possession of the second half.
Good recognition there by the long stick midfielder. They had numbers, took advantage, didn't put the shot on target.
This is the first lead of the day for Connecticut. They were down 3-0 early, and they've clawed their way back to an 8-7 advantage. But lots remain. Matthews behind. Lobs it up top. And this is Mazza. Matthews wraps it around goal. Hashtag SC Top 10. Matthews diving on the dodge.
Mark Matthews is a left-hander. He came around the right-hand side, but notice he did not put the stick in the right hand. The Canadians have unbelievable stick work. This veteran understood the situation, came around. Just really, really an unbelievable move. You got to get upfield on Mark Matthews. That time the defenseman was shadowing him a little bit to take away his left, but Matthews saw an opportunity, took it.
Yep.
Big goal.
Rack and Woodall back at the face-off logo. And Woodall comes up with the big cat, hits the point man, and Connecticut, again, doing a nice job shutting off that break.
Taking away the fast break, but Woodall did his job. He waited for the whistle, and then he went to work. He's too good to give the other team easy possessions.
This is Ryan McSpadian out of Mercy. Gets it to Kyle Marr.
Former attackman in college.
Kyle Marr played in that Under Armour All-American Senior game. Absolute star. And this is Sunday. Across the field.
Nice wrap check.
A little sloppy ground ball right now, but they gather.
There's a first-time ground ball.
Ryan Bevel, the Jacksonville product, and he got a man open in the middle of the field. They find him. Michael Brown appropriately went to Brown University.
Again, for you young players, get a ground ball, get low, go into the ball, sprint through it. You get a ground ball with your feet, not with your stick, and then sprint to daylight with your head up, ready to make a pass.
Sands now behind. Osika, swim move, comes away lefty. Sands on the fly, Madelon tracks it.
Sands got to step on his man. It would have been nice if he would have then used his body to get to the middle of the field to increase his shooting angle.
Nice clearing help by Liam Burns, number 21 for the Barrage. Fifth-year pro out of Marquette.
9 ground balls so far for Liam Burns.
First-year pro John Mazza gets it behind. Here's Brendan Sunday. And Tommy Palasek now behind the cage. Lob up top. Have yourself some. Oh, it's got to feel good, Brendan Sunday.
Well, that time there was a breakdown in the Hammerheads defense. Sunday was wide open out front. You got to find your man. If you can't find your man, at least call out who you've got. Somebody's got to pick him up. Ball watching on defense. Sunday does a nice job of reading the defender's helmet and moves into the open area. Easy target, good fundamental finish.
All right, guys, down right there.
Coach Spencer Ford, all about the next one. Make the next play.
And that's smart coaching. One play at a time, add them up after 60 minutes.
Play!
Great ground ball by Michael Brown. Again, he is really showing his worth.
They got numbers coming back.
Stay on that ball, guys. Stay on that ball. Stay on that ball. Reset!
Scary little flip back. And now Philly looks to run a bit. Matt Witcher out of York gets it up, and Sunday will settle it. And that is Tommy Palasek.
Matt Witcher, 6'3", 200 out of York, the best player ever to play at York College.
Here's Palasek. The two-man gets it off the offside.
Good double that time.
And Kyle Mark gets it back. Oh, great feed. Nifty little behind-the-back finish.
That is textbook offense. Get the ball off the ground, move it immediately, unselfish, find the open man, keep it hopping. This is
And
what you like to see. And what a
Great
look
feed.
to finish.
Great feed, and the Barrage go up by 2. (10-8) Barrage over the Hammerheads. Our second half highlight is presented by Sector Spider ETFs, the next chapter in investing. Coach, that's great teamwork.
It's unbelievable teamwork. Ball goes on the ground, pick the ball up right away, keep it hopping, and I tell you, Kyle Marr is a shooter, and he started to wind up. Offense is all about opposites. That time he looked like a shooter, but he in reality became a feeder. The defense froze, found his teammate on the doorstep. Beautiful lacrosse.
Safe to say that's a candidate for the goal of the season, Coach? We'll see.
We'll see.
A couple days left in the season. Philadelphia on a 3-0 run in the last 3.5 minutes. Connecticut's lead of 8-7 lasted an entirety of 90 seconds.
Go get it! Go get it! Go get it! Go get it!
Philadelphia playing with just a little bit more bounce right now. They went through a lull to start.
That time Liam Burns, he was at a disadvantage on the 2-on-1 ground ball, but he fought through it, through a well-timed check, ball out of bounds. Good hustle. Look, you don't have to be a great player to hustle, but all great players hustle.
Love that.
Dave Urich, Georgetown University, one of the great coaches in our game.
Palasek rolls back, gets it to Mazza. Colin Minnick is doing a nice job behind the cage, but he relinquishes control. Turn shot. Great save by Scanoni.
Mazza got a little tweaked right there. Let's hope he's okay. He's running off. That's a good sign.
Minnick turns and flips it. And this is Mark Matthews. And he gets it back to Minnick.
Loves the invert. Forces the defense to turn and watch, which is going to open up your inside players. Defense have to have your head on a swivel. See your man, see the ball. The closer you are to the crease, stay on your man.
Minnick rocks it behind. Ball goes on to the turf.
There's the 2-on-1 ground ball again. And here come the numbers.
Take a look at the shot. See how far it ricochets off Scanoni. Speaks to the velocity at which that ball was traveling.
Flag down.
The new ball is a little bit lighter. It's got some dimples. It will curve on long throws, long passes.
Players seem to be getting used to it now.
The high optic yellow ball by Signature.
Flash.
I'll tell you,
Hey,
most important
41.
sponsor of the day, Coach Zim, Powerade.
Absolutely.
It is a day of sweat.
2 blue.
An obvious
Outside
slash.
The arc. Coming your way, bud. 2 blue. Coming your way. Outside the arc. Left side, guys.
On number
Check
40,
up.
Eddie Buhall, second-year pro.
Left side. Left side.
Played for Coach
Left
Kevin
side.
Cassis at Lehigh.
Hammerheads line up in the 3-3. In this
Kraus.
situation, I think it's better to get the ball behind the goal and attack from behind, force the defense to rotate.
Bubba Voigt top in the 3-3. He cuts down. They ran this play earlier. Here's Kraus. Oh, Kraus
Ball.
inside feed checked.
Coming back.
Timely check. And Cody Razowitz. Coach Bobby Benson, former coach at Johns Hopkins. Can't say enough good things about Cody in his college days there.
Right
Outside
here
shot
with
by
me,
Lomas.
Right here with
Lomas
me.
might have had one more to Kraus.
Right here,
You get
bring
that
up
defenseman to
arc.
rotate up the field. One more, you got a really nice shot at a lower angle. Not lower angle, but better position on the field.
And you hear Coach
Reset.
Brian Doherty, great goaltender in his time. Won a championship with the Lizards and then 2 with the Barrage. Goalie of the year multiple times.
That was a good look by Sands, although his feet were flat. You got to stay light on your feet. You got to have bounce. Right? You need to throw good passes, not just with the arms and the wrists, but with your big muscles, the legs. Got to have all the things together to make that accurate pass.
And that was a textbook clear right there by the Barrage. Sometimes 7 little passes add up to 1 great clear.
Keep it simple.
Yep. Keeping it simple, head coach of the Connecticut Hammerheads said on one of our conversations, this is not chess, it's just checkers. Keep it simple. Play the game the way it's meant to be played. Now we get whistles. And we're going to get a restart. We had a crease violation.
Restart where the whistle was blown
He's got it.
outside the 2-point arc.
He's got to get it out of the
Andrew
arc.
Helmer.
He has to get the ball outside the arc. It's not the same as NCAA. He's got to get out of the arc.
And again, we are fortunate enough to have microphones on all the officials in the goals. Great work by our production crew. Producer Scott Zolotaro, director Joel Kate. Sands behind now for Connecticut.
Kind of shorten those passes. Man with the ball running at 45, the man who wants the ball running at 45. Shorten that pass.
Nice play on the off-ball side, a little behind the back pass, shot by Kraus, whistles wide,
Over here
Sands
in
with
the
the
corner.
backup.
Over on the corner. Over on the corner. Reset it. Reset it.
And they're going to reset the shot clock. Official timekeeper Kate Zahn,
Here we go.
heavy on the thumb there. And this is Collins. Connecticut, a couple goals early in this quarter, including one 6 seconds in,
Back in the net.
but they have yet to really get back on that offensive force.
Well, give credit to the Barrage defense. You know, they came out
Time out, guys.
a little slow. Connecticut took advantage of it, but now they've tightened things back up and are playing really, really good individual and team defense.
3:24 left, third quarter. Coach Spencer Ford wants to talk things over, settle his guys down, hydrate them, and let's treat our fans. Coach Zim, 2 of the greatest players in the history of the game, the Gate brothers, Gary and Paul. What an absolute duo.
Unbelievable. Twins. I still have nightmares having to prepare for the Gate brothers. They were 2 of the best players to ever play the game. Terrific athletes. fundamentally sound, hearts of lions.
Gary Gate and Paul Gate. That's the worst part about them, is they were great players, and there were two of them. We talked about it briefly on Saturday, sending our thoughts and prayers to the Gate family as they recently lost their father.
Book, I was in the Dome when Gary Gate pulled off the first air gate, and the crowd for just a split second went absolutely silent because they couldn't believe what they had just seen. In fact, in that game, he did it twice.
Yeah. Against the University of Pennsylvania in 1988 semifinals in the Dome.
Who gave them everything they could handle.
Yeah. Back to the proceedings in front of us. Barrage will be on offense. They're in the white jerseys. Connecticut Hammerheads in the blue. Booker Corrigan, Don Zimmerman bringing you the call.
I like that timeout by Spencer Ford. You know, he wants to settle his team down, give him a little bit of a break, get everybody on the same page. Let's see what they come out with.
Connecticut came out with 2 goals in the first 30 seconds of this half, and they have not scored in the last 11 minutes and 6 seconds. "30 seconds on the shot clock for the Barrage. And they come out with a throwaway. Players are getting used to that new ball, but it curves, it's a little bit lighter.
We'll give Ryan Bevel, number 8 in blue, credit for that. He played terrific individual defense, and when the pass was thrown, he just got a piece of the man, which helped throw him off stride, causing the turnover.
That timely check. Again, I reference his college coach, John Galloway, one of the great goaltenders in Syracuse history, won national championships in his freshman and sophomore season. Only goalie to ever do that. Oh, whistles just wide.
Had one more in Sands, but Sands has got to come to the goal, call for the ball, wave his stick, let his teammate know, one more.
Razowitz. Backhand flip. McNamara. Hard bouncer. And Sands will inbound for the Hammerheads. 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Oh, look at this.
Willing to
good effort.
Pay a price to make a play there.
Nice defense. Squeezed him into the crease. It's a play on.
Colin Minikis again. Always seems to be in the right spot. Those NESCAC coaches. Bates coach Pete Lasagna told me Minikis is just a fit to try and prepare to defend.
Smart player, plays hard, fundamentally sound.
Come on, boys, let's get another one here.
Great ball movement.
Reset.
Shot by Mazza. Whistles. Palasek. Dropsy by Minikis, gathers.
Spencer Ford wants to his team to hold on to the ball for the last shot.
Some great quick offense right there with 50 seconds now. And the shot clock again reset.
No hurry. Here goes Colin Minikis behind the goal with the invert. Again, when a midi goes behind the goal versus a short stick, the defense turns their head because they know they may need to slide. Good off-ball teams like the Barrage are going to take advantage of this.
Great time to find an open man. 23 seconds in the quarter. Great backside feed. And the Hammerheads come up with 11 in the quarter. Long field pass. And he just outkicked his coverage a little bit there, Coach.
It was in the vicinity, but that's a long pass.
And that'll do it for the third. Barrage with a 2-goal lead. Philly dominated the quarter after a slow start. Mark Matthews getting around. Brendan Sunday feeling that one. And a great goal by McSpadian. (10-8) your score here in this game, and at 7 p.m. we have a fabulous matchup between Boston and Chesapeake. Chesapeake rolling heavy so far this year. Lyle Thompson doing work, and of course they're going to have their hands full with Boston. Boston coming off a day off yesterday.
Talking to Coach Tom Mariano, he liked the fact that Chesapeake had to play 3 days in a row because he feels that it's given his team some rhythm, and you can see it in the way they're playing. Turn a negative into a positive.
After 3 quarters, some stats of note. Ground balls 32-31, basically a toss-up.
Toss-up.
Turnovers 16-9, and Philadelphia has 16 of them, yet they lead 10-8.
Hey!
Philadelphia in white, Connecticut in blue. Nice little dodge by Chris Madelon. And then just like that, throws it away.
Wait for him, guys. Wait for him.
Second chance opportunities.
Here's Sands. Ryan McNamara carries across, giving the Hammerheads a chance to set up. This is Osika. Gets it to Bubba Voigt. Now it's behind to Kraus, over to Sands. Back to McNamara. Rolls at the pick, and that is great defense. Procedural violation against Connecticut. That's going to give Philly a chance at a clear. Carlson Milliken, Notre Dame grad, third-year pro. McSpadian lets it go. Close to a goalie backup, but now they're going to keep it here.
Step on.
This is Palasek. Drives right side.
Good defense there. Don't want to give him the inside, but good recovery. Stay low.
Tyson Gibson throws that one. Brendan Sunday wrestled it a little bit. And Hammerheads with the easy clear. 2-0 game in the fourth quarter. What more do you want?
Look, that was an easy clear because all that Philadelphia did was drop their attack back in a deep zone. Their main focus was to get their personnel, offensive personnel, off the field, get their defensive middies in, ready to go.
Collins rolls and throws it back. This is Durbin. And now it's Kraus.
He's got the shorty.
Pass down the field. And again, Connecticut, I'm impressed, Coach, with the way they're getting back in the hole.
Well, they're selling out, that's for sure, in between the lines. A lot can happen in between the lines in this game.
And this is Mazza, number 22. Gives it over to Minikis. Minikis guarded by Gunnar Schmoller.
Mark Matthews is going to try to take advantage of the short stick, little two-man game. They both have shorties.
Michael Brown is up to the challenge. A little flip pass by Matthews. Shot goal. Logging on to IceStingCorners.com.
All starts with the coaches recognizing the mismatch. They communicate to the players. players. Matthews gets the ball. Good, strong first move. At that point, the ball starts hopping. One more to Brennan Sunday, and we've seen how he can shoot the ball from the outside.
That is a catch and release right there. Back at the face-off dot. Noah Rack with the quick W, pushes it forward, but Philly says, not so fast, my friend. Razowitz splits right to left, hits a cutter in the form of Lomas. Shot saved Madelon. Went to both knees to make that one.
Madelon really slow start coming out in the half, but really has tightened his game up. Playing great position, seeing the ball. Defense doing a nice job of helping him see easier shots.
Shane Jackson possesses, gets it to Palasek. Palasek, a ninth-year pro, 28 goals in the 2019 campaign, came into today's game with 5 goals already. This is Palasek.
This is the next goal situation you were talking about, Book. Really want to work for a high-quality shot.
Kyle Marr. Turn, shot gets blocked on its way. Great pickup by McSpaddy. And
terrific save by Scanoni.
On a 4-0 run in the last 6.5 minutes.
TV timeout, TV timeout.
And we have a media timeout. Sean Scanoni likes that. He's going to reset his defense. They need to mount a little bit of a comeback. They trail by 3. Major League Lacrosse is presented by Powerade. More power for more. New Balance, made for lacrosse. Sector Spider ETFs, the next chapter in investing. Warrior, play to win. Progressive, making it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. Philadelphia has their largest lead. It ties their largest lead today, and one of the big reasons, Chris Madelon has played phenomenal. 10 saves, many of them of the spectacular variety.
Little slow start coming out at halftime, but boy, has he picked it up. He's been all over every shot.
Philly with a full complement of 60 seconds on the shot clock. I've never seen social media so abuzz after Saturday and Sunday's games. If you want to tweet at me, it's at Booker Corrigan. If you want to tweet at Coach Zimmerman, send a homing pigeon. He is not active on Twitter, but one of the great coaches of all time. A couple national championships, hey, Coach? You have Twitter during those days? Palasek rolls around lefty, outside roll, gets it behind. This is Minikis. Two-man game. Minikis, open, hands free. Scanoni, equal.
Had an advantage there. The defense didn't communicate on that pick.
No, he didn't stop.
Brendan Sunday went down to scoop the ball and was unable to successfully scoop it. And this is Razowitz. Now it's Bubba Voigt. Ryan McNamara. McNamara, 29 goals in the 2019 campaign. This is Sands. Great cut, great handle. And here's Razowitz.
Great look.
Two-pointer outside, and that's going to be white possession. And credit Coach Brian Doherty for the communication there.
You know, Book, Connecticut came out in the first half and ran a lot of the 2-2-2 deuces offense, and they were successful. They seem to have gotten away from that right now. They may want to get back to that deuces and see if they can score some goals.
Tyson Gibson with possession again. He is wearing that last name Tomb on his nameplate on the back. Former teammate passed away. Oh, shot, goal! Go on and get yourself a little backhander there. Great play by John Mazza.
We talked about number 22 in white, John Mazza, before the game. 6'4", 210. Determined dodge. Again, it's all in the first mood. Offense is opposites. Fakes left, goes right, and continues to drive hard to the goal to improve his shooting angle. But for you young players, you got to dodge with authority. Good example by number 22 in white.
And Connecticut fans, the bad news, your squad is now scoreless in the last 29 minutes. Almost unheard of. And the procedural violation pre-whistle.
Well, here's where a young team, and I mean young professionally, you know, you're down by 4 goals. You can't get them all back at one time. You got to take it one play at a time. You got plenty of time to accomplish that, but you can't all of a sudden try to, you know, get them all back at one time. Stick to the game plan. Again, add them up at the end.
McSpadden, number 17 in white, a rookie, 6:50 to go in the game. Shot clock at 20.
All right, let's go. I took the flat.
Inside feed. They're going to say it was tipped. It was tipped by both. We'll see. They're going to keep it here.
Kalmar showed his lacrosse IQ there. That was a terrific pick and roll.
And that's a high feed. Late in the shot clock there, you want to try and jam something in. I got little issue with it. Little to no issue with it. Sands to Collins. The Hammerheads. It's a scoreless.
Need a goal here. Someone's got to step up. Someone's got to step up for the Hammerheads and get a goal for their team.
Philly playing 3 days in a row, and Connecticut coming off a day off.
I think you're going to see Philadelphia take the air out of the ball now. 5.5 left. They have a 4-goal lead. They're going to milk the clock.
2 can go, and then 3 can go. We're good now.
You see all the confidence in the world they have with Kyle Marr getting quality minutes late. And this is Gibson.
Flag.
And they're going to draw the foul. Scanoni has to go down low to make that save, too.
Hold Jody. 30.
Get a look at the Philly man up.
21. Hold. 21, Brad.
That's a hold. 30-second penalty.
Trevor Smith, the rookie out of RIT. That's a hold in 7 counties in the state of Maryland. Here's Marr. Shares it with Matthews. Brendan Sunday. Little sky whammy. Oh, great save, Scanoni.
Find the ball.
Kalmar comes in. Oh, the behind the backer just goes wide. Shane Jackson getting creative. Great diagonal skip pass. Oh, beauty. Easy finish for Colin Minikis.
Vintage Mark Matthews. He feeds. He doesn't telegraph his feeds. He can look away. He has that ability. Minikis does a nice job of finding the open lane and coming and meeting the ball. And by doing that, it makes it harder for the defender to track him down and it also improves the shooting angle.
Coach, he's catching that ball with his feet moving and his hands free. And if you don't think that's awesome, you need awesome lessons.
I think it's awesome, Book.
Great face-off win by Noah Rack. Much needed. Here's Razowitz.
Don't want to foul here. Just play good position.
And as you say that, that's a full-on broadcaster's jinx, Coach. And they get the goal also. A dive and score. They end a scoreless drought of biblical proportions.
All even, guys.
Well, because the goal was scored, it was a technical foul. Because the goal went in, the ball went in the goal, the penalty is wiped out. But that's what the Hammerheads need. They have to go hard to the goal and either get a goal or draw a foul.
McNamara really squiggles that one in. As you see it just kind of skitter in between the feet of Chris Madelon. Second goal of the day for Ryan McNamara. The Marquette product.
Stay on the ball, guys. Stay on it. Hey.
Ground ball pickup and a timeout quickly. Liam Burns.
Nice timeout call by Coach Spencer Ford. Got possession, wants to get his team together, everybody on the same page. You want to go over what you're going to do on offense, and you also want to talk to your defense about what happens if the ball's turned over and it's coming the other way. So both the offense and the defensive coaches now have their players get everybody on the same page, know the situation, work together.
Let's reveal today's player of the game presented by Powerade Defense. Today's defensive play of the game is brought to you by Progressive, making it easy to bundle your home and car insurance.
Well deserved, Chris Madelon. I tell you, again, came out a little slow in the second half, but boy, has he picked things up. He's made some beautiful saves, and when your goalie's hot, the chances of you winning the game are increased tremendously.
He's making saves high, he's making saves low, doing everything. And the other thing, Coach, is it true? You want him to make the saves he's supposed to and a couple that he shouldn't.
If he could get a couple that he shouldn't, that's always nice. He's got 12 ground balls so far in the tournament, so it just shows that he's got good, quick feet, sees the ball, and when necessary is willing to come out of the goal to keep possession for his team.
Connecticut ends their scoreless drought that was well over 20 minutes. As the teams get a little Connecticut coaching there. Coach Bill Warder, 12 years
right here, guys.
in Major League Lacrosse.
Wait.
A young squad, Coach. We talked about that. How will they evolve? How will they gel?
Well, I think there's been a tremendous amount of improvement from their first game to today.
Here we go, gentlemen.
Small steps, but when you have a season like we have this year, there's not a lot of time. Things have to happen. But they are improving.
3:50 remaining in the game. Coming up next at 7 o'clock, Boston Cannons, Chesapeake Bayhawks. Shovel shot goes wide. Great take by John Mazza. And here's
Hammerheads are doubling the team, doubling the ball.
And that's a comfortable feeling for the Barrage as Jackson. Fake.
Well, you'll see this in the game of lacrosse. You know, with this amount of time left, not much time left, and down by 5, when the ball goes out of bounds, defenses will double team the ball, but you have to know where the players are. That time Scannoni's looking at the ball. That's not his job. His job is to find Jackson and take him away. He was looking at the ball like a goalkeeper normally does. In this situation, take away the man, trust your defense.
Face-off win for the Hammerheads. Will Renz, rookie out of Yale. And there's Ryan McNamara. Shares with Collins. Razowitz shot, goal. Acceleration, domination. You all sit back and enjoy the light show.
Well, number 23 in blue, Cody Razowitz. He's a 4-year veteran. That's what you expect your veterans to do, is step up. He hadn't played, or we haven't noticed him a lot today, but there it is, just a good, strong power run. Uses his speed to accelerate away from his defender, gets his hands free, and shoots the ball when he has a good angle.
14-10, 3:01 remaining. Can they catch lightning in a bottle before we get lightning over our bottle?
You always have the 2-point shot,
Yep.
Book.
MLL Lacrosse has proven that they are focused on the safety and well-being of the crew, the players, the TV staff.
Find the ball.
They have done everything.
Play it!
Nice ground ball pickup by Gunnar Schmoller, UMBC product.
Oh, not a good decision there, Gunnar. You had the man open. Make the easy pass.
Yep. Philly's sorting it out. Technically, they only have 2 guys back on defense because they're subbing so slowly.
Under control, guys.
Salisbury's Will Nowesnik getting some time. Coach Jim Berkman says nothing but great things about Nowesnik and his time at Salisbury. Kyle Marr just killing some clock.
Stick, guys. Stick here. Stick here. Balls up. Balls away. Balls away. Balls away. Balls away.
Successful double team, and Ryan Bevel looks to clear with 1:30 remaining.
Kalmar, though, used up a lot of clock.
Yep. McNamara lobs it across the top. Razowitz back to McNamara. Shot save, Madelon.
Big save.
And they just ship it down the field, effectively icing the puck. Razowitz collects it.
Got to go to the goal.
Collins gets inside, shot, save, Madelon.
Boy, that was a great move by Collins. Little hesitation, set up his strength in the middle of the field, but he shot low to low. For you young players, you got to change the plane of that shot.
Exchange of lumber as we are under a minute. Madelon again.
That should be the last shot of the game.
Guys, under control.
You know Connecticut's going to work on their doubling. And now we get a flag down as Shane Jackson just runs for some safety. Now another flag down.
This game should end on 2 flag downs.
That never get called.
Never get called. They got called, but they're not going to be any man-up situations.
Shot clock is off.
Shoot it.
Shane Jackson well aware. And that will do it. Barrage, first win of the year. Mark Matthews, stud leadership, stud time. Really did a great job of helping his team gel today.
Well, the veterans stepped up. Philadelphia was looking at an 0-3 start in the season, and you need veterans like Mark Matthews to step up and lead the way.
Barrage go to 1-2. Hammerheads drop to 0-2. And we get our Powerade player of the game. You can see Mark Matthews putting on the headset below me. And let's reveal today's player of the game presented by Powerade. More power for more. Mark, congratulations. How's it feel to get that first win of the season for the Barrage?
Oh, we absolutely needed it. Losing to two good teams the last 2 days, and to come out here and get a win is it's big for us.
Mark, great job today. Normally you're known as a feeder, but today right off the bat you went hard to the goal. You scored some big goals for your team early. What do you think the key is now moving forward?
We're trying to find ourselves here as a group on offense, and our defense has been playing great, and we just haven't been able to, get the looks we want on offense. And I think tonight was big for us to find those looks and kind of find out who we are as an offense, and I think we did that.
Mark, 10 years in the league. How are you helping the young players acclimate to this scenario that's in front of you right now?
I wish you didn't say it was my 10th year. No, our guys are good. Everybody's. This is kind of a weird scenario for everybody, but we're everybody's taking care of their bodies, and our coaching staff and everybody's helping us out. So,
Mark, thank you so much. Good luck and keep having fun playing this great game.
Thanks.
Let's look at the updated standings. Philly climbs up a little bit. Connecticut and New York still yet to get that first victory. Boston Cannons coming up next against the Bayhawks at 7 o'clock. We got great lacrosse for you. This has been an incredible, incredible game today. For Don Zimmerman, I'm Booker Corrigan saying thanks. We got more lacrosse.
Connecticut Hammerheads 2020 Season Rewind. Brought to you by Yale Medicine.